You've been deep in a loving relationship, right? That
Yeah.
kind where you feel so intertwined, so connected, that one day you kind of look up and there's this quiet whisper asking, who am I without this person?
Oh, yeah, that moment.
That unsettling feeling, like your own identity is starting to get a bit blurry. It's common, but it's a real challenge.
It really is.
It's this delicate dance, isn't it? Between building a shared life and fiercely holding on to your unique self.
It's a dance so many of us step into without even realizing it. We want that deep connection, and that's beautiful. But what we'll really unpack today, based on a lot of insights, is how to have that connection without losing yourself.
Right.
Because a strong relationship, it isn't about two halves making a whole. It's about two whole people coming together.
Exactly. Two distinct individuals bringing everything they are to the table. That's our mission today. We're diving into practical steps, some surprising insights, really, on how to keep your own circle, your identity, vibrant even when romance is blooming. Because when both partners do that, when you both keep growing, the relationship gets, well, way more exciting, more resilient.
And surprisingly, often more intimate.
Yeah.
You appreciate the complex person you chose even more.
So how does this drift happen, this subtle move away from your me's identity?
What's interesting, your individual self, all your interests, values, goals, experiences that makes you you.
Yeah.
And, strong partnerships thrive not on blending into one, but on both people bringing their distinct stuff.
And it's not just about putting up with differences, is it? Yeah. What I found really interesting is this idea of actively using them.
Yes, leveraging them.
Like, maybe one partner's a big picture thinker, the other's amazing with details, put them together on a problem.
And you get something neither could have done alone. It's this synergy that goes way beyond just, who fixes the sink.
Ah, right. Way beyond chores.
Exactly. So the big question is, how do we lose ourselves then, if difference is good?
Yeah.
Often, it starts really innocently. Like the desire to please your partner. That can slowly become habitual self-sacrifice.
Makes sense.
Or the fear of conflict. Always caving in just to avoid a disagreement. That adds up. And then there's just the merging of lives. Routines overlap, interests blend, and suddenly your own pursuits feel distant.
So if it's that subtle, how do you even spot it? What are the quiet alarms?
Well, once you know what to listen for, they become clear. Maybe your hobbies start fading, that guitar gets dusty.
Or the paints dry up, yeah?
Exactly. Or you notice you're constantly compromising. Your wants, your needs always seem secondary. And a really common one, your social circle starts shrinking, becomes just a couple friends, and seeing your own friends solo, that gets rare. Think about Felix and Jen from one study. He loved his photography club on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
Slowly, Tuesdays became date night. Then just staying in. And the camera vanished into a closet.
Wow. That's a slippery slope. And it sounds like it can lead straight into that codependency trap people talk about.
It can.
How do we define that exactly?
Right.
And what makes it different from just being, healthfully interdependent?
That's a really vital distinction. Codependency is this pattern where you rely excessively on another person for your identity, your approval, your self-worth. You end up prioritizing their needs way over your own. Boundaries get super blurry or just disappear.
Right.
But here's a key thing. It's often seen as one person sacrificing, but it's usually a two-way dynamic. Both people get something unhealthy out of it.
Okay, so it's not just the giver.
Not just the giver. Like Felix always dropping everything for Jen, tying his worth to her happiness. It could also be Jen relying heavily on him, maybe for emotional stability or decisions, and not really supporting him back in the same way. Both get locked in, often without realizing it.
So it's like a shared unhealthy orbit. Both lose their own gravity.
That's a great way to put it. Healthy interdependence, though. That's where you both keep your unique identity, your sense of self. You support each other, sure, but with clear, respected boundaries. The idea is your relationship complements you, enhances you maybe, but it doesn't complete you.
Right. You're already whole.
Exactly. Two whole individuals choosing to share their lives. It's not puzzle pieces locking together perfectly. Think more like two vibrant gardens interacting.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Your partner's ecosystem doesn't complete yours. It interacts with it. Create something richer, more diverse, more resilient together.
That makes so much more sense. Growth happens between you. Okay, so if we get why we might lose ourselves, how do we start reclaiming that autonomy? Let's get practical.
Okay, first step, and maybe the most crucial, actively make and protect space for your own interests and passions.
Like dating yourself. I love that concept.
Exactly. dating yourself. And it's not selfish. It's fundamental. You need to schedule regular me time each week. Real, dedicated time for whatever lights you up. Painting, writing, solo movie night, hiking, whatever.
And you have to take the time, right? Not wait for an opening.
Precisely. Don't wait for permission. Make it a non-negotiable appointment with yourself.
And it's a great chance to reconnect with things you used to love, isn't it? Like dusting off that old guitar, maybe?
Absolutely. It's like reconnecting with a part of yourself. And right alongside that is mastering healthy boundaries.
Okay, boundaries.
Not rigid walls, remember. Think of them as flexible guidelines for mutual respect and personal space. They show you value your needs and theirs too.
Sounds good, but setting them can feel awkward, especially if you hate conflict or you've become really intertwined.
Oh, it can be very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Especially for people pleasers.
Yeah.
The trick is often to start small, low stakes,
Okay.
and frame it as an I need statement, not an accusation. Like instead of, you always need to talk the second I walk in.
Which sounds accusatory.
Right. Try, hey, I love catching up, but I kind of need like 15 minutes just to decompress when I get home before we dive in.
That feels different. More manageable.
Yeah. Other examples. Designated time for your hobby. Respecting quiet time without guilt trips. And, crucially, actively keeping friendships outside the relationship. You might need to gently remind your partner, or even yourself sometimes, why this space matters.
Which brings us straight to communication, doesn't it? You can't set boundaries without talking.
Absolutely. Communication is the bedrock. If you feel yourself fading, you have to talk to your partner about it.
And it's probably not a one-time chat, is it?
Definitely not. People change. Relationships evolve. Your needs will shift. So you need ongoing check-ins about needs, desires, expectations. It's about finding the courage to share different views, say what bothers you, set new boundaries, even if it feels a bit vulnerable.
Yeah.
That honest dialogue is what stops you from erasing yourself bit by bit.
It's like a continuous recalibration, which really highlights why relying only on your partner isn't the way to go. Let's talk about that outer circle friends.
Yes, so important. It's such a common mistake, especially early in a relationship, to let those connections slide.
You get swept up.
You do. But these connections are just as fundamental as your partner. If your social world shrinks down to just one person, your perspective narrows, your experiences get limited. Frankly, your overall joy can diminish.
And isn't there truth to distance makes the heart grow fonder? Having some separate time and experiences can actually make your time together better.
Totally. It brings fresh energy back. And the benefits of outside connections are huge. First, enrichment. Friends offer different views. They nurture your individual side. You bring new stories, new ideas back to your partner.
Keeps things interesting.
Exactly. Second, it actually strengthens the love. Having separate interests prevents that feeling of suffocation or unhealthy dependency. It builds resilience.
And it's good for you personally too, right?
Yeah.
Not just the relationship.
Absolutely. Third, well-being. Loads of research shows strong social networks boost mental health, even longevity. Different friends offer different kinds of support, laughter, deep talks, advice.
You need variety.
You do. And finally, they offer a reality check. Friends remind you who you are outside the relationship bubble. They offer other viewpoints. Stop it becoming an echo chamber. Keeps you grounded.
Okay, that makes it sound completely essential, not optional. So if someone listening realizes they've let things slide, what are some practical ways to rebuild and balance?
Good question. Definitely schedule those regular date nights with your partner. Quality time is key.
Right.
But also proactively plan group things that include your friends. Mix your world sometimes.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Using a shared calendar can be surprisingly helpful for coordinating. See where the gaps are, make sure everyone feels considered.
Good tip. Avoids double booking or neglect.
And maybe try alternating weekends. One for focused partner time, the next for your friends, or solo stuff. Find a rhythm that works so all parts of your life get tended to.
Those are really solid, actionable ideas. Okay, so we've talked about why we lose ourselves, how to reclaim space, nurturing friendships. How do we make this stick? What's the long game for keeping both yourself and the relationship thriving?
The long game really hinges on consistent self-reflection. Checking in with yourself regularly, almost like a little personal audit.
Okay, like what kind of questions?
Things like, what are my personal goals right now outside of us? Am I still doing things that make me happy? Does the balance between me and we feel healthy? That kind of honest check-in, it's your compass.
And it's not just about our own check-in, is it? It's also looking at how we support our partner's individuality.
Exactly. Turn that reflective gaze outward too. Am I really letting them be themselves? How am I doing at supporting their dreams, their goals, even the ones separate from mine? And if you realize maybe you haven't been great at that lately, that's okay. Recognizing it is the first step. You can always start cultivating that mutual support.
It's so great when you see couples who really champion each other's separate paths, like that example where the partner hears a wild idea and says,
Sweet, how we're going to make that happen.
yes, that's it. That enthusiasm, that active support.
It's powerful. It really is.
Yeah.
And it reinforces that core idea. A healthy relationship isn't about merging into one. It's about two whole, complex individuals choosing to share their lives, their ups and downs. That fosters real independence within the connection. It prevents codependency. It builds this foundation of resilience and happiness where you both can genuinely flourish, celebrating individuality while building together.
So this whole deep dive really shows that keeping your identity, your friendships while you're in love, it's not an either choice.
Not at all.
It's about finding that beautiful dynamic balance where me and we actually make each other stronger.
Exactly. By staying true to yourself, pursuing your passions, setting those healthy boundaries, valuing your wider circle, you don't just protect yourself. You actually make your romance stronger, more vibrant, more interesting, way more exciting long term.
So as you go about your week, maybe ask yourself, what's one small, maybe forgotten me time thing you can consciously reclaim? A book, a walk, just 5 quiet minutes. And maybe what's one specific friendship you could intentionally nurture this week? Just for the joy of it, separate from your partner.
Yeah.
Because investing in your whole self, that really is the biggest act of love you can give to every relationship in your life, starting with the one you have with yourself.